Hello, everybody. It's your boy Jmulls of Jmulls Gaming here today to talk about why this is Endwalker's perfect epilogue. And here's why. The Omicron Gathering dailies are by far the best tribal quest in the game, in my opinion, and I would argue one of the best quest lines in the game. Funnily enough, with Endwalker, we just have been getting banger quest series one after the other, and quite a few of them actually involve the Omicrons, either Omega or the Dynamis creations that we have experienced through this quest line. And what it does, the way it's structured, for those who may need a little bit of a refresher, it reintroduces each of those civilizations that we encountered in Ultima Thule, but instill more personality and character into them, instead of using them as mainly just set pieces for our own journey. We go one by one with each new rank through the various civilizations that gave into despair. We identify their unique solution, come up with a dish, go gather the materials, and reconvene to go full food wars on them and give them back hope, which changes their dynamis, creating a whole new section that is unique to that civilization on Elysian. The zone plays on the Ultima Thule theme Close in the Distance, and since Elysian has a remix of that song, it sounds more hopeful, which is a good contrast to Close in the Distance, which is a song all about hope. They both are, but the remix elicits a feeling of hope being in the present tense, instead of some far-off goal. It is the here and now, and the contrast between that and Close in the Distance, which is about getting back up to strive for a better tomorrow, is an excellent sense of progression based entirely in just the music that plays constantly as you do these quests. Each of these phantoms of civilizations long gone overcome the demons of their past and actively choose one by one for a better tomorrow, to no longer be bogged down and defined by the past, but by the continual choices that they make in each moment to keep putting one foot and one step in front of the other. And this whole quest line, up to the present, culminates with N7000, who didn't believe that the lessons he was teaching, the ones that he was instilling to these other civilizations, applied to him. After all, he's just a machine, right? Not even just a machine, he's just a memory of a machine. The objective that was given to him was to live, and he did. And he helped teach other similar phantoms to live. He had accomplished his goal, his duty. Or did he? Because the lesson that he learns is an important one that Endwalker is all about. Living isn't an action that you perform. It isn't just a singular decision or a switch that you flick on and off. It's a bunch of decisions that you make every moment to constantly pick yourself back up from the brink, to continue a march into the future, one step at a time. And sometimes that's all we can do. But we are presented that option every day, every hour, every minute, every second, every moment. And it's the culmination of all these moments where we choose to not give in to despair, but choose through our own free will and desire to keep going. Look, we all have pasts, and all of our pasts are different. And the way they affected us and shaped us into who we have become is very individualized and personal. But what binds us together, what connects us all, is that choice, that no matter what lay behind us in the annals of the past, we can all make that choice to do good and to live and to keep pressing on. That is the lesson that N7000 and the Omicron as a whole had to learn. The Omicrons in life did absolutely horrific things and wiped out entire civilizations just for a selfish reason of getting stronger. They threw other civilizations like the Dragon Star into Ultima Thule and to their own choices that we also had to teach them to overcome. But while the Omicrons of yesteryear are no longer, the Dynamis-made phantoms have wills all of their own, and we can make the choice to give into the false reality that they constructed for themselves, but they are controlled by the rail of orders and subordination, or they can control their own destiny. To do good, to atone for the past, knowing those who perished can never be brought back. But they have a choice, right now, not to repeat the mistakes of the past. They can control their own dynamis. The dragons learned that it's okay to love home, to miss it, to be sad that the past we once loved is no more, but that it's also okay to move on and find a new mountain to call home, with brand new winds to soar upon. Same with the Otter people who found new seas to inhabit. The Corellians learned that we always have a choice between fragmentation and war, or unity and peace. The EA learned that life isn't all about logical conclusions and permanence, but is a collection of experiences and sensations that we always take part in, that add color to a monochrome existence. And do you want to know why the Omicron Tribal quests are so good? Well, in my opinion, it comes down to a very simple reason. It was the conclusion to the themes and messages presented within Ultima Thule for our own story. Our own realization was throughout our interaction with Meteion, and throughout our interactions with all of these Dynamis civilizations. We helped out all of these Dynamis-based beings. We helped them create their own new home, their own future, their own lives through Ultima Thule and the Diner at the end of the universe and the newly created Star of Elysian. We helped them transfer from that despair, rotten, plague-filled area of Ultima Thule controlled by sadness and despair. We helped them through the Diner of the end of the universe. We helped them be able to choose that there is a future that they can create for themselves. And that future is represented through Elysian. And everyone involved learned a singular, valuable lesson that connects them all. We may all die, we may all perish, but life is never just one thing. It's the collection of experiences that we encounter as we continue ever onwards on the path to the future, paved through our collective desire to live. For the road we have walked may be set in stone, but the path that we have yet to walk is formless and directionless. We collectively choose the futures that we want, and just because something never transpired in the path up to this point does not mean that it can't be uncovered through our collective will, because that is what Dynamis is. The ability to create the seemingly impossible based on our desire to create it. And that is why I love Endwalker and the Omicron Tribal Quest so much, because of its nuanced take on the idea of hope in the future. The way it tackles all these different ideas of what the past can be, all these hardships, all this pain and suffering, but it still is able to come out of it all with an optimistic perspective on the human condition. That is why I love Endwalker so much, and why I think the Omicron Tribal Quests are one of the best quest series in the entire game, and why they are the perfect epilogue to Endwalker. I'm going to call it there for the day. Thank you all for tuning in. Leave a comment down below with your impressions of the Omicron Tribal Quest. Did you get the jelly yet? I did. It's pretty freaking sweet. You freaking emote in it too. It's pretty funny. So let me know your thoughts, your opinions, your perspective on the Omicron Tribal Quests. Let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts, your ideas, your perspectives, your own theories. Whatever you want to say, I would love to hear it. And while you're down there, please leave a like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out and helps support future content, and I greatly appreciate it. Stay safe with everybody. Have a great day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye, everybody.